What's up, everybody? This is the undeniable, unfiltered, unbiased Gridiron Gilly Show. I'm your host, Gridiron Gilly. This is not your typical Gridiron Gilly Show. I'm not talking about last week college football, this week college football. I'm not analyzing, not breaking nothing down. What I'm doing is I'm giving you my top 25. Some of it may look like what the experts have, what the AP, what the coaches poll, all that may look similar. However, it's not because I'm putting teams in my top 25 that are not in the top 25. I think some teams rank too high, some teams rank too low, some teams not ranked at all that should be. And some of y'all might think, Gridiron Gilly, you're stupid. You're a dummy. The experts are right, and they may be. That's why they're called experts. However, I'm just a fan who loves the game. But what's my tagline? Unbiased. That's what I am. I'm unbiased. The experts, they're biased. You know how I know that? Because every year, look at it next year when college football season starts. Look at it in the top 10. You're going to see, I don't know about top 10, but definitely top 15. You're going to see USC's name in there. You're going to see Notre Dame. You're going to see Penn State. And you're going to see Miami. You're going to see those four teams in the top 10 to 15. Now, granted, Miami's pretty good this year. This is the first year where I've been like, hey, they might have something. But every year those teams are in the mix every year, and then when the season starts, a few weeks into the season, they start fading out. And Penn State, they might hang around. Notre Dame, they might hang around to the end of the season. But let me ask you this: in the last 15 to 20 years, Notre Dame, USC, Miami, Penn State, how many championships have those four teams combined to win? 20 years ago was 2004. I'm aware that USC had Reggie Bush 20 years ago, and I think they did win a championship. However, if my memory serves me correct, none of those other teams have. Mantateo and his fake invisible girlfriend, they went to the championship, but they got smashed by Alabama. Okay, Penn State, I've never seen them play in the championship nor be in the playoff picture. In Miami 2017, they had a good season, but they played a bunch of nobodies and end up not being in the mix. But anyways, 3 minutes in, let me give you my top 25. Number 1, standard across the board, Texas. Number 2, standard across the board, Georgia. Number 3, this is where things get a little dicey because I have not Ohio State and not Alabama. I wanted to mix it up a little bit. And you say, Gridiron Gilly, why'd you put this team at 3? They ain't played nobody. I know that. But I like them, and I think they are better than who most people have at 3 and 4. And that team is Tennessee. I'm picking the Vols at 3. Number 4, I'm picking Alabama. Number 5, I'm picking Ohio State. Number 6, I'm picking Miami. Number 7, believe it or not, I'm picking Utah. I believe they're pretty scrappy. You say, Gridiron Gilly, where's Ole Miss at? Everybody has Ole Miss in the top 8. You got to have Ole Miss at 8. No, I don't. I got Missouri at 8 because Missouri is better than Ole Miss on paper, on the field, on Saturday, neutral site, doesn't matter. Even they got a better coach. Eli Derkowitz, better than Lane Kiffin, all day and every day. Number 9, I got Ole Miss. Number 10, I got Oregon. 11, Penn State. 12, Michigan. Solely because of their defense and their run game, because they don't have a pass game. 13, USC. 14, LSU, solely because of their offense, because they don't have a defense. 15, I really like this team right here. At 15, I think this team could be higher. However, I don't think anybody really believes in them. I didn't at the beginning of the season, but they really showed me something the last few weeks. And I think if they continue to play how they have the last few weeks, they might fool around and be in the college football playoff at the end of the year. That team is Clemson. Number 16, I got Notre Dame. Oh yeah, and from this point on, from 16 on to number 25, I mean, really, I think you could put these teams anywhere. You could put 16 at 25. You could put 25 at 16. I don't think it really matters. I think you can make a college football playoff with those teams 16 through 25 on this list and have some darn good games, have some interesting games for sure. But 16, I got Notre Dame. 17, I got Illinois. 18, Oklahoma. 19, BYU. 20, I got Louisville. 21, I got Texas A&M. Now, granted, is BYU and Louisville better than A&M? I don't know. Most people would disagree with that. Most people would say A&M's better. I think they are. I just think they happen to be ranked lower in my weekly poll, and that's okay because A&M's competition is obviously stiffer, and if A&M continues to progress with their new quarterback, they'll obviously be higher. No matter how much BYU and Louisville wins, A&M, as long as they continue to progress offensively and put up points with their new quarterback and win, they're obviously going to be up in the teens category. Number 22, I have Iowa State. Number 23, I have Boston College. 24, I have Nebraska. And 25, I have UCF. I don't think in any poll that I've looked at, I don't think Boston College, Nebraska, or UCF is in anybody's top 25, and they're in mine. Let me see real quick who, because I honestly don't know what the top 25 looks like. I think Boise State is like 25, but let me check real quick because I want to see who 20 through 25 is in the rankings. 20 is Oklahoma State. I didn't even put them in my top 25. Are they a top 25 team? Honestly, they probably are. I might have screwed the pooch on that one. But anyways, who cares? I'm okay with my list. I think Boston College, Nebraska, or UCF could beat Oklahoma State. 21 Oklahoma. I put them at 18. BYU is 22. I put them at 19. Kansas State's 23. They're not in my list. I called them frauds a few weeks ago, and I'm standing on that. A&M's 24. I have them at 21, and Boise State's 25. I don't have them in my top 25 because I don't ever watch Boise State. I hate their field. They're 2-1. Who have they played? They lost to Oregon in a pretty good game. Other than that, they played nobodies. Let's see, who the heck do they play? Their toughest game for the rest. I hope y'all can hear me. Their toughest game for the rest of the year is Washington State, or I don't even know. I don't know what any of these teams' rankings are or what their record is. They all look like they're pretty terrible to me. So, in no world would Boise State be in my top 25. I can tell you two teams that I didn't even put in my top 25 that I believe would be 26 and 27 by my standard. Maybe no one else's. Leave Oklahoma State out of it because Oklahoma State, they're not on my list here. Oklahoma State's 26. My 27 and 28. I've taken my two-loss Tulane team, They lost to Kansas State, who I said were frauds, and they lost to Oklahoma, who is number 18. But Tulane, man, why, you know why I like them so much? Because they're freaking Tulane. They're not Michigan. They're not, Texas A&M, Nebraska. They're not this type of caliber of team, if you know what I'm saying. They're freaking Tulane, um, team that like not a lot of people get behind, but they're pretty scrappy, and that's why I like them so much. They got a good young quarterback. He's also a freshman, and I believe in them guys. And then SMU, that would be my other team, Tulane SMU, because SMU they're kind of in a weird situation right now with their quarterback play. However, uh, if they did have a good quarterback like they had last year, who I believe he's still a quarterback, he's just having a bad year. Uh, and they got a good run game, they got a good pass game, they got a good head coach who knows how to coach his kids and put points on the board. Defense plays pretty good. They're a pretty salty team. They moved to the ACC, and I still think they can make a run as a team, pretty scrappy team out there in the ACC. However, that don't matter. I gave you my top 25. No one cares about 26, 27, 28. That's my top 25. Take it or leave it. Tell me what you think. Tell me if I screwed up anywhere. I probably did. Anyways, peace, love, Undertaker.